Hey everybody, in this video we're going to talk about how to get into the CPA networks. I'm going to share with you a very simple way to guarantee that you get accepted each and every time, and how to get accepted in just a few minutes. So here's the deal. There's two secrets to get approved on CPA networks. So remember those CPA networks that we talked about earlier? You've got Max Bounty, you've got Neverblue, Peerfly, etc. Well, they've actually got an approval process, and the reason why they have this process is to weed out the scammers. Unfortunately, there's a lot of guys out there that are trying to rip them off and trying to just send junk traffic to them. So they do not want anything to do with scammers. So first secret to getting approved is you just have to prove to them that you are not a scammer and that you're not trying to rip them off. This is very, very easy to do, and if you do this, then you're going to get approved, no problem. Number two, you want to prove to these networks that you will not waste their time. Now, CPA networks have absolutely nothing against newbies. In fact, a lot of CPA networks actually like newbies. So if you're brand new to internet marketing, you've never made a website before, it doesn't matter. A lot of CPA networks would love to have you on board. Because if you're brand new and they help you make your first few sales and help you make a lot of money, then it's very likely that you will stick with them and promote lots of other offers from them. Right? So yes, CPA networks have nothing against newbies. But what they do have things against are people who are just going to waste their time, drive them crazy, and that's just going to try and scam them. All right? So I'm just going to share with you how not to be a scammer and how to prove to them that you will not waste their time. And you could really do this just by talking a good game, by showing them that you do know some stuff and that you're ready to take action and make some money. All right? So I just want to make sure you get these 2 points because a lot of people miss out on this. People in other countries, like whether that's Europe, Asia, Middle East, whatever, a lot of times people think that, oh no, I can't apply into a CPA network. They're going to reject me. Look, CPA networks have nothing against people who are overseas, people who don't speak English that well. It doesn't matter. All that they want to make sure is that you're not going to try to rip them off and scam them. All right? That's very, very fair of them to do. I don't want to deal with people who are going to scam me. You probably don't want to deal with people who are going to scam you, and it's the exact same thing for these networks. All right? So it's really not that scary and not that hard to get into the CPA networks. But before you apply to those CPA networks, the first thing that I highly, highly, highly recommend that you do is make a website. All right? Now, you don't have to do this, but I highly encourage you to do this. Because when you have a website that you can show these guys, they're going to take you a lot more seriously. Right? If I contact Peerfly or Max Bounty and I say, hey, what's up? My name is Bob. And they ask me who I am and ask to see one of my websites. And I'm like, well, I don't have a website. This is my first day on the internet. Well, you know what? If you do that, you're probably going to have a very hard time with things. It's not to say that you can't get accepted if you don't have a website. Because honestly, if you just call them up or talk to them and, just say, hey, I'm new to this stuff. I don't have a website yet. Blah, blah, blah. They'll say like, oh, hey, no problem. We'll put you right through. No big deal. But hey, if you just make a website, it's almost like guaranteed that you will get approved, no problem. So if you have a really nice website, you show that to them, they're going to take you a lot more seriously because now they're going to think that, hey, I'm dealing with a professional. All right, so I'm going to show you how to create a website very quickly, very easily. This will only take you a few minutes to do, so no big deal. So let's get to that. Now, first things first, when creating a website, you need to have a website name, right? So there's a few different ideas on what you can do. Number one, you can create a website on your name. right? So if your name is John Doe, you can register johndoe.com or johndoe.me or johndoeblog.com, johndoeblog.net. Don't forget about the .nets, maybe .org even. Or there's some other sites here I listed, like I am with John. I am, not like you're actually united one with John, but I am as in internet marketing. Or how about johndoeguru.com, johndoeconsulting.com, make money with John, or how about whoisjohndoe.com. So those are just a few ideas that can help you come up with a good website name based on your name. Feel free to use one of those or come up with one of your own. So that's one idea. And the second idea is to come up with a company name. Now, I'm a big fan of a company name because when you have a company name, you just look like you are a player. You look like you are a boss. It's one thing to have a basic, ugly website. It's another to say, hey, I'm the owner of hardrockmedia.com. Or, hey, I am the owner of Ashbury Executives. So, as you can see, these are some really great, website names. Feel free to come up with any company name that you can think of. As long as it sounds professional, you should be fine. So I listed a few ideas here. You've got hardrockmedia.com, redpandagroup.com, bluestreetconsulting.com, ashburyexecutivellc.net. How about everestmarketingfirm.com? So those are just a few ideas. Hopefully that helps get the wheels churning in your brain so you can come up with your own. Now, once you've picked a good name, whether it's going to be after your own name or a company name, you will then want to register that website name. Now, I use GoDaddy to register all my websites. GoDaddy's awesome. They've been around forever, and they're dirt cheap, so you cannot go wrong with them. So what we will want to do is head on over to GoDaddy.com and register a domain right now. So let's do that. So as you can see, I'm right here at GoDaddy.com right now. And what you can do is you can just type in your domain right here and see if it's available. Also, there's a really cool feature here at GoDaddy that I do want to point out. Do you notice on the right-hand corner how they say bulk search? Well, let's click on that. So with bulk search, you can actually check like 100 different website names all at once. So this comes in handy if you've got a lot of ideas and you just want to check to see which of those are available. So as you can see, I came up with some names right here and I dropped that into the box. Stonebridge Marketing Group, Red Panda Bear Media, etc. So next, what you want to do is let's click on .com and .net to see if those are available. Now, I'm a big fan of .com and .net, and sometimes I might do .me, but I don't really like most of these other ones. It's just personal taste, but they just don't hold as much authority as .com. So as a rule, I try to stay away from the .biz, .info, or any of these other ones. So now let's hit the go button to check these out. So as you can see right here, unavailable domain names. So this is telling us that those two website names are not available. But right down below, do you see where it says my selected domain names? Well, all of those are available. So I can just pick one of these that I like and then I can proceed to checkout. So for this, I'm going to roll with the StonebridgeMarketingGroup.com. I like the sound of that, so I'm just going to unselect all of these, and then I'm just going to select the Stonebridge Marketing Group. That's the one I like, so that's the one I'm going to run with. So now that I put the check mark in the box, I'm going to click on Proceed to Checkout. Next, they're asking us if we want their hosting, their website builder, or any of this stuff. You do not want it, so just go down to the bottom and click on the green Continue button. And by default, the term is set at 2 years. Let's change that to 1 year, which is going to make it even cheaper for us. There you go, $12.99. Next, what you want to do is click on Proceed to Checkout. So if you're brand new to GoDaddy, you will want to click the New Customer button. Otherwise, if you're a returning customer and you already have an account with GoDaddy, go ahead and put that information in down here. And this is where you'll fill out your information, or if you've already got your information on file, well then it's easy. All you have to do is click the orange continue button to go to the next step. So let's do that. And there it is. We have now registered our domain name. So simple, right? So that's it. We have just registered a domain name with GoDaddy. Very simple, right? So now that we've got our domain registered, the next step is to get hosting.